Russian computer scientist Valery Spiridonov will undergo the world's first head transplant in December 2017.
It's such a complicated process, and the surgeon planning this operation says it'll take around 150 medical staff 36 hours to complete.
Step into the extraordinary realm of the first human head transplant, a bold endeavor that aimed to challenge the very essence of life and death. At the heart of this groundbreaking operation was Valery Spiridonov, a man who bravely volunteered for surgery that could rewrite the future of medicine. Was this a remarkable breakthrough for science, or did it unleash a whirlwind of ethical dilemmas? Join us as we unravel the thrilling and complex story behind this audacious medical journey. The human body is an incredible, complex machine. Every organ, every nerve, and every cell works in harmony to keep us alive. But what happens when that harmony is disrupted? Over the years, medical science has made astounding strides in organ transplants, allowing us to replace failing organs and give people a second chance at life. But some ideas push the boundaries of what we think is possible. One such idea is the concept of a head transplant. In 2015, Italian neurosurgeon Sergio Canavero announced his plan to perform the world's first head transplant. Can you imagine? Taking a living person's head and attaching it to a donor's body. It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? But Canavero believed it could offer a new lease on life for patients suffering from severe disabilities. Of course, this audacious plan raised a ton of ethical questions. Who would be brave enough to volunteer for such a risky and experimental procedure? Would it even work? And what if it did? What would that mean for identity and consciousness? These are the questions that started swirling around as Canavero prepared for the operation.
I'm very fond of science. I digged deeply into this topic of this kind of transplantations for about 20 years. I read about Robert White's experiments with monkeys and Professor Vladimir Demikhov experiments with dogs.
As the world watched with bated breath, the spotlight turned to a young man who stepped forward to become the first human head transplant patient. Meet Valery Spiridonov, a 30-year-old Russian man who became the face of this groundbreaking procedure. Spiridonov suffered from Werdnig-Hoffmann disorder, a rare genetic condition that causes severe muscle weakness and atrophy. For Valery, life had been a constant struggle, and he was confined to a wheelchair, reliant on others for help with even the simplest tasks. When he learned about Canavero's plan, Spiridonov was intrigued. He saw it not only as a chance to change his own life, but also as an opportunity to advance medical science. Spiridonov understood the risks, yet his willingness to be a part of this groundbreaking procedure was nothing short of brave. He stated, "I want to show that we can do it and to help others in similar situations." His story resonated with many people, as it highlighted the desire for hope and the lengths one might go to escape a debilitating condition. Spiridonov's commitment to the procedure sparked a global conversation about the ethics of head transplants and the potential for life-changing medical advances. So how exactly would this monumental surgery work? Canavero laid out an ambitious plan that involved separating Spiridonov's head from his spinal cord and attaching it to a brain-dead donor body. This wasn't just any procedure, it required cutting-edge technology and precision. The surgery would begin with a specialized scalpel designed to make extremely clean cuts, minimizing damage to delicate nerve fibers. To protect the brain from losing oxygen, it would be cooled to between 50 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit during the procedure. This was crucial for maintaining brain function. After carefully removing Spiridonov's head, the plan was to use a revolutionary biological glue to reconnect the spinal cord to the donor body. This glue would encourage nerve regeneration, which was essential for restoring function. Can you imagine the meticulous care that would go into such a procedure? It was expected to last around 36 hours and would require a team of 150 medical professionals to execute. And the financial aspect, a staggering $11 million. The sheer scale of this operation was mind-boggling, but the excitement around the potential outcomes kept many interested. While the surgical plan was ambitious, it was also fraught with ethical concerns. Many experts were skeptical about the entire concept of a head transplant. Dr. Hunt Batcher, then president of the American Association of Neurological Surgeons, expressed strong reservations. He famously said, "I would not wish this on anyone. There are a lot of things worse than death. Some worried about the implications for consciousness and identity. If the surgery were to fail, what would happen to Spiridonov? He could end up alive but trapped in a body with no control or sensation, a nightmarish scenario that raised alarms across the medical community. These questions lingered as Spiridonov moved forward with his plans. While he was optimistic and eager for change, the risks were undeniably high. His commitment to the cause was admirable, but it also highlighted the profound complexities of human life and the ethics surrounding radical medical procedures. As the planned surgery date approached, things took an unexpected turn. Spiridonov was initially committed to the procedure, but life had other plans. In 2017, he met someone special, a computer expert named Anastasia Panfilova. They formed a bond that blossomed into love, and together they welcomed a baby into the world. Spiridonov expressed that his priorities had shifted dramatically. The surgery, which once seemed like a lifeline, now felt like a distraction from the joys of family life. He stated, "I cannot wait for surgery forever, and my condition seems stable. I'm happy to say I'm married, and I have a beautiful kid now." This heartwarming development was a stark contrast to the clinical and detached world of medical experimentation. Spiridonov's decision to back out of the surgery was not just a personal choice. It was a testament to the importance of love, family, and the simple pleasures of life. Despite the initial excitement surrounding the procedure, Spiridonov's story ultimately became one of personal fulfillment rather than medical history. While Spiridonov moved on with his life, Dr. Canavero didn't give up on the dream of head transplants. He claimed to have a list of other willing volunteers eager to escape paralysis. But the question remained, could he ever find another person brave enough to take the plunge? In 2019, Canavero collaborated with Chinese researchers to conduct head transplant experiments on monkeys. This time, the focus was not on connecting the spinal cord immediately. The goal was to prove that a head transplant could be performed without causing permanent damage to the brain. Although the monkey was euthanized shortly after the procedure due to ethical concerns, the experiment sparked new discussions about the viability of head transplants in humans. The outcome was mixed. While it demonstrated the feasibility of cooling techniques, it raised more ethical questions about animal welfare and the implications for human trials. Today, the scientific consensus is still skeptical about the feasibility of human head transplants. Experts argue that while the idea is captivating, the ethical implications and potential for suffering make it a risky endeavor. Despite these concerns, ongoing research offers hope for the future. For instance, advancements in nerve regeneration and spinal injury treatments are paving the way for exciting developments. Polyethylene glycol has shown promise in helping injured nerves regrow, suggesting that while the dream of a head transplant may still be out of reach, progress is being made in related areas. With continued advancements in medical technology, we might find ourselves on the brink of discoveries that could redefine our understanding of the human body. The journey may be long, but every step forward is a testament to our relentless pursuit of knowledge. So what happened to the first human head transplant? It's a complex tapestry of ambition, ethical dilemmas, and the unpredictability of life. Valery Spiridonov chose family over fame, and his decision to step back from the surgery resonated with many. Meanwhile, Dr. Canavero remains a controversial figure, chasing a dream that raises more questions than answers. This story reminds us that the quest for medical advancement is as much about human lives and emotions as it is about technology. While we may not see a human head transplant in our lifetime, each step in this journey brings us closer to understanding what's truly possible. So what do you think about head transplants? Could they ever be a viable option? Let's chat in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.